This is Jlax.
And Togerty.
I changed my name. Next week it'll be a symbol. Sorry. Today we're doing an unsolicited advice column on the question that's burning in every expat's mind.
Will I die here?
So, if you didn't know, last week North Korea shelled Yongpyong Island, which is about 60 kilometers northwest of Seoul. It's really far out there, and it's really close to North Korea, but it's really far away from the rest of Korea. Anyway, they shelled it. They launched like 200 shells at it. South Korea returned fire. 4 people died, 2 civilians, 2 military. And it's this giant international furor.
So we want to answer your questions. Should I care? Am I going to die? And second one, what can I do if I'm worried?
And what can you tell your parents or your family members who are like, oh my god, are you okay? I'm so worried about you. North Korea is an impoverished nation that is not a self-sufficient economy. When it needs something, it goes to China. If China can't give it to them, they bully South Korea. And the way that they do this, because they're a crazy communist country, is that they shell some part of South Korea, usually one of the islands that are in disputed territory. This is a big part. It is disputed territory where they shelled. They bully them. They use military provocation. And this has been happening before. In August, they tried shelling this island before. All the shells landed on the North Korean side of their border.
Which goes to show they've just gotten better at aiming.
They've just gotten better at aiming. March, they sunk a warship here, the Cheonan. It's a big deal over here.
That's disputed.
That's disputed, according to some people. It's
according to North Korea.
You truther. Whatever. So that happened in January. This happened last year. There was a skirmish on the same border. The year before that there was. A couple years back there was another one. A couple years back there was a border dispute.
Yeah.
These things happen all the time. So
why do they happen all the time? And here's why. So the North wants to hurt the South. They're like a petulant child who doesn't get what they want, who hits their mom.
Mm-hmm. So China says in the new WikiLeaks cable that just came out this week.
Yeah, by the way, so one of their only allies is about to abandon them because they suck. So, and they're about to get a new leader. So this is a big political move right now. So in addition, they're trying to hurt the South to get them to give them more aid by reminding them that whenever they remind the world that they're still at war, the South economy gets hurt. So is the North looking to bomb your house? No. They're not. All they're looking to do is be like, hey, we're still at war, hey.
We need food. Bye.
Yeah.
We need a cup of sugar. And that's basically all it is. An interesting political point here. If you want to look more up about this, the Northern Limit Line, which is the sea border between North and South Korea, was unilaterally drawn by the U.S. and the UN back in the 50s. North Korea does not recognize this, and if you notice, all the big major attacks that North Korea has done in South Korea have been in the West Sea, on this Northern Limit Line. So really, they don't really have a beef with South Korea, they have a beef with their own sovereignty, and it's an interesting topic if you want to really read up about it.
Here's what you can do to get your mom to stop calling you every day. You go online and you find your embassy. Whatever your country is, you go and you register as a traveler living abroad. For the U.S., it's called like Smart Traveler.
Smart Traveler, yeah.
Yes, and you go and you put in your address and your phone number and your email, and whatever's going on, they keep you abreast of facts in this country specifically that are relevant to you, and they also keep you informed about situations around the world.
All of your embassies will have information about how to evacuate yourself. Basically, like if you're living on your own in any country, even if it's your own country, it's always good to be prepared.
Yeah, you need to have a couple bottles of water just in case you end up trapped in your apartment. You should have food on hand. You should be aware of where the exits are, and you should put all of that in somewhere that you'll find easy to find in case the lights go out. And keep a battery and some flashlights. I don't know why I said battery first. Keep a flashlight.
Keep a battery. Just a battery. Impending North Korean stampeding across the border hasn't happened in like 100,000 billion years, and probably isn't going to happen tomorrow like your family thinks is going to happen. So, but in that case, it is always good to be prepared. Find your local bomb shelter. Find the exit in your apartment, because I didn't know where mine was at first. Have supplies on hand for an emergency.
The South Koreans around you know better what's going on than Facebook and your friends back home. So
exactly.
Don't flip out. Don't watch Fox News and suddenly jump out the window.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. We are fine.
We're fine. Come to Korea.
We're drinking wine. If you're thinking about moving here, I would do it. I would move here. So be prepared, be vigilant, and live your life. Be happy.
Exactly.
There's nothing to worry about.
So, thank you very much for listening. If you would like to send us an advice on living with moms or living with women, both kind of the same thing, email us at cuppakoko@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail on our Skype name, Cuppa Koko.
Right. So,
thanks, and happy
safe.
bomb sheltering.